With the release of the Bazaar's closed beta less than a week away, me and Nunhead32 thought it would be a great idea to talk about our journeys with the Bazaar and how long we've been waiting for it. If you haven't seen the other episodes in this series, please check out the playlist in the description below. Now, let's go ahead and dive under the surface. I guess this would be good to tell the audience too. When did you start waiting for the Bazaar?
I'm not 100% sure. I can't like tell you the exact date, but I learned about the game like 4 or 5 years ago, and I'm not sure exactly. But like it wasn't like love from the first sight. As I just like I learned that this game is about to be made, but I knew that it wasn't coming out quickly. So I just put it in the back of my mind. And as I was waiting on another game at that time, which is known as Hytale, and well, the trailer for Hytale was released in 2015. So yeah, and this game is still nowhere to be seen.
Oh my gosh.
Yes. So at some point I just like gave up on Hytale, and if it ever comes out I will be happy, but if not, well, I made my peace with it. And I guess at that point I started working more and more on my game, and then I noticed that my game is actually similar to the Bazaar, and I started looking more into the Bazaar, and I watched like a lot of Reynard's old videos, and I even learned a couple of things that I could apply to my game, which I guess at that point, like I realized that what I crave the most is this, well, hero builder. And would you look at it, the Bazaar is actually a hero builder. And additionally, that's one of the things that I like in Dark Souls and Souls series the most is making your character builds, right? Deciding what weapon to use, deciding what armor looks the best, because
Yeah.
Fashion Souls is like the only way to play. And that's the thing that I enjoy the most in that type of game. And the fact that Bazaar has this shorter game loop, you don't have to put like 30 hours into Dark Souls 3, for example, to finish it and like to feel like you've completed your hero's journey. You can jump into the Bazaar run, and in 40 minutes you'll have this journey completed. You've built your character, you've enjoyed building synergies between items, and then you can go and do it again instead of like sort of prolonging it to 30 hours. Okay, so now let me ask you, when did you learn about the Bazaar, and what was your journey of anticipation?
So I first heard about it like on launch, the Indiegogo campaign launch, because I was an avid Raynad watcher. Yeah.
Oh,
So I got like the notification when he announced it, posted that first initial video. I thought, oh, it sounds interesting. Like I trust his judgment on a card game, and I knew his like history with card games and everything, so I knew he could do something. But I didn't back it or anything. And I was younger, then, so I didn't really have money to put towards it. So it was just kind of following it loosely for the first year or two, occasionally popping in streams and stuff. But then in early 2020, they switched the game. It became more of what it is now. It became the Bazaar now. Like the first iteration was something very different,
yeah.
and they started to like they showed it all. They like created the new Bazaar YouTube channel, I think, and they kind of explained themselves. He was kind of like, here's why we changed things, and I understood why they changed it, but I was fairly skeptical because I hate auto battlers. Like I just can't get into them, like
Oh,
TFT and stuff like that. So I didn't. It kind of turned me away from it, but I still followed the development. And a few months later, I was kind of sold on the idea. I even backed the game on the website in like 2020. Then
were
I
there any like bonuses for that? Will you get any collectibles?
No, it was just because I missed the Indiegogo campaign, so I was like, well, I should probably go ahead and get in because I feel like this game's coming out sooner rather than later. I thought like maybe by
Oh,
2022, yeah.
you got
And
bamboozled.
so I put 20 bucks on the website, and I was like, it was just access to the beta, closed beta. So I was like, well, I'll just get access when I get access. And kept following development, but it was I started to realize around like 2022 that this game was probably going to be a while, and some of the socials kind of went a little bit quiet. So I kind of just was like, well, it'll come out when it comes out, and then I kind of came back around the time they launched and started following it really closely when they launched the cinematic and announced the date and all that stuff.
So you didn't pine that much.
I did at times, especially in like 2020 when I was back in it and stuff. But it's kind of like you with Hytale. It's like at some point you just have to learn to wait. You know what I mean? You just have to learn to like it's here when it's here, and I'll get excited again whenever it's time.
I mean, I've been doing the same with Bazaar for like past month. Like, I try to engage as little as possible with like the community or whatnot, because I don't want to get too hyped, because when I get too hyped, I cannot focus on anything else, and this like results in me just rotting in my chair and thinking about the Bazaar, not being able to enjoy other things.
I've been getting to that point lately. I mean, at least we have YouTube channels, so we can.
I mean, we're doing this podcast thingy right now, so I guess we broke our promises, sort of.
I, I mean, hey, it's like a month out. Like I feel like we can. Now's the time to be obsessed about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's this sort of run up to the greatest day of our life.
It's all downhill after the closed beta launches. Thanks for watching this episode of Under the Surface. The Bazaar is super close to release now, so if you want to see me and Nunhead32 play it, check out our Twitch links in the description below and follow us over there so you can get notified as soon as we start streaming. We will both be streaming the game on launch on October 30th, so make sure that you're following us. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode.
See you on my channel on Monday.